This is the fourth in our series of minor pentatonic cellmate lessons. If you haven't done the other three yet, you probably want to go ahead and take a look at those. This isn't going to make a whole lot of sense without them. In any event, here's the next chunk. We're just doing another 4 notes out of the scale and another sequence and another lick to give you some vocabulary. Alright, so we're starting off in the open position this week. 5th string open, and then 3rd fret, which is the root, and the minor 3rd of the A minor pentatonic scale, and then open 4th string, and then 2nd fret. That's that chunk of the scale that we're going to be working on. If we were to do that an octave higher, we're going to be 2nd fret on the 3rd string, so it's going to be 2 and 5, and then 3 and 5 on the 2nd string. So we're going to have, and then if we move it up to the next position in the same octave that we started in, we're going to be at the 6th string, 5th fret. We're going to go 5 and 8 on the 6th string, 5 and 7 on the 5th string. So 6th string, 5th string, and then the octave higher than that is going to be 4th string, 7th and 10th frets, 7th and 9th frets. And if you listen, here's the first 2 groupings that we did. And then here's what we just played. Same idea. Now we're going to jump up an octave from there. 10th fret on the 2nd string. 10 and 13, and then 10 and 12 on the 1st string. Alright, so same. Alright, after that one, we're going to go 12, 15 on the 5th string. 12 and 14 on the 4th string. And then an octave higher than that would be 14 on the 3rd string, 17, 15, and 17 on the 2nd string. And that's the same idea as this. Oops, hang on a second. Just up 12 frets, which brings it up an octave. Alright, so we got it in this position, 7th position, and then the 12th position. I really want you to see, as these things duplicate in the same octave, where they actually end up all over the fretboard. We're just kind of building a new way of looking at the fretboard here, a little chunk at a time, but you have to actually make those the connections yourself as you play through this. The next one after that is going to be up here. We're going to be 17th and 20 on the 6th string. We almost never play up here. And then 17 and 19. And then if you have 22 frets, which this actually isn't on the page, but I've got 19, 22 on the 4th string, 19 and 21 on the 3rd string. So that's it for the cells. Now we're going to take a lick, an idea. Alright, so you're going to go, oops, actually let me bring it down here. I'm reading the page and watching the video at the same time. Open 5th string, which is the root. 2nd fret on the 4th string. Open on the 4th string. 3rd fret on the 5th string. Open on the 5th string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we're just taking through all of the cells. The next one up, 12, 5, 3, 5, 2. I'm sorry, 2, 5, 3, 5, 2. And then up here, 5th fret on the 6th string. Alright, so you got 7, 5, 7 on the 5th string, 5, 8, 5. It's not the most exciting idea, but it's just to kind of get you moving something around. The next one, where we've got the 7 and the 10 on the 4th string, 7, 9 on the 3rd string, 7, and then 10 on the 4th string, then return to the root, the 7 on the 4th string. Up here in the 10th position, 2nd string. Now just keep in mind, these are all just those cells or those groupings that we just played through. Alright, and then we've got the 12th position 5th string, 12 and then 14 on the 4th string, 12, 15 on the 5th string, and then back to the root. Next octave up, 14 on the 3rd string, 17 on the 2nd, 15, 17 on the 3rd, and then back to the root on the 14. Right, up here in the 17th position, just the same as when we played it down there, there, same fingering, right? And I want you just to get used to that, you know, being able to duplicate an idea all over the fretboard just by knowing where the roots are and the associated notes. All right, so our sequence up to this point has been starting with cell number 1 from the first lesson, which is 3, 5, 3, 5 on the 6th and 5th strings, and then cell number 2, which is 3, 5 on the 5th, and then 2, 5 on the 4th, and then the one from lesson number 3, which is 2, 5 on the 4th, 2, 5 on the 3rd. So we have, that's where we left off, and then we're going to go with this week's 2 and 5 on the 3rd, 3 and 5 on the 2nd. And what's cool about this, you can take this idea, you know, you just move it all through these cells, you know, wherever you can duplicate them, suddenly you've got it. Not the most exciting way to solo, but it gets you moving sequential ideas around, and that's kind of what we're doing. So in the same octave, instead of playing it here like we've been doing for the last couple weeks, we're going to actually play it with the open strings today. Alright, so we're going to actually start with the 3rd fret on the 6th string, which is the same place we started the other one, and then open and 3 on the 5th string, and then open on the 4th string. So that's is the same as, and then the next 4 notes, or the next cell, is going to be 3 on the 5th string, open and 2 on the 4, and then open on the 3rd string. Then the next cell is going to be 2 on the 4th string, 0 and 2 on the 3rd string, 1 on the 2nd string. We don't have an open string on there. And then the last one is going to be 2 on the 3rd string, 1 and 3 on the 2nd, and 0 on the 1st string. So the whole idea, instead of going, we're just going to go, right? Same octave, same idea, just different fingering. And also, a lot of my students lately have been getting into bluegrass playing, so I want to actually be able to give them an idea that they can use in the open position, or if they're playing with the capo. So that's part of the reason why we're doing this. The other is to start taking these ideas and moving them a little bit more fluidly around the fretboard. All right. An octave higher, if we take this idea where we're not just doing the cells, but we're playing the 4-note sequence, we can start on the G on the 3rd string, open, go 0, 2, and then 1 and 3 on the 2nd string, then repeat that again, and then go 0, 3 on the 1st string. Alright, and then the next sequence is all going to be on one string, 0, 3, 5, 8 on the 1st string, and then 5, 8, 10, 12 on the 1st string. So we're actually going to play a couple of those cells spread out along one string, just to kind of see how that works out. You'd have like that. So that whole thing. Alright. Going back to our more traditional, we're going to start 5 and 7 on the 4th and 3rd strings, and then repeat that on the 3rd string, then do 5 and 8 on the 2nd string, and then do 5, 8 on the 2nd string and the 1st string. So we have basically what we did in the... And now what we're going to do is we're going to go up that string, 5, 8, 10 and 12 there. So you can have it, or, you know, once again, seeing where things duplicate. We're going to take the 10th position for our next little box here, 10 and 12 on the 5th string, and on the 4th string. And then again on the 4th string, and then 9 and 12 on the 3rd. I'm going through this stuff a little quick. There are links under the video for the tablature if you haven't gotten it yet. I just want you to hear it as I go through it more than anything else. You duplicate the 9 and 12 on the 3rd string, and then go 10 and 13 on the 2nd. And then 10 and 13 on the 2nd, 10 and 12 on the 1st. So we have... Right, same thing we've been doing for the last couple sequences. And then the last one, we're going to do it an octave higher from here. You're going to go 10 and 17 on the 6th string. I'm sorry, 15 and 17. And then on the 6th string, and then 5th string. And then 5th string is 15, 17, and then 14, 17 on the 4th string. You do it again, and 14, 17, and then 14, 17 on the 3rd string. And then 14, 17 on that string again, and then 15, 17. Doing these sequences this way is a little, a little tedious, but you get the idea. Alright, so you can have an idea. It starts, and you can play all these. All these different places. You can even like that. So, and you can hear they all sound different. You know, if I want something that's twangier, if I want something that's a little darker,